Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We're going to do something a little different today other than working on the tan Humvee that we got right now. So this is the old girl right here that we did last year, and I've always wanted to lift it. And I just kind of don't want to pay the $1,000 whatever it is for a 2-inch lift kit. It's kind of ridiculous. So I've been on some forums, I've done a little research, and some people have used hockey pucks. Regular hockey pucks, and I think this is going to be the way to go. So a lot of people are going to bash this and say, oh, you're not using the proper kit. Why not try it? I have a total of $70 in all the hardware, washers, nuts, bolts, and these pucks. These were $20. This was like $52 for everything. So why not give this a try and just see how it works? If it works, awesome. Like, it's not gonna ride any rougher, put it that way. It's a Humvee, let's be real. So we got the pucks, we're gonna drill a hole, put these suckers on, and maybe, just maybe, we can lift this thing today. Here is the old bushing, and I might need to break that truck bed liner on it, because I definitely got some truck bed liner on that one. But see, I mean, I can push on it. It's just a piece of rubber. I think the hockey puck is a little harder than that. So there's a bolt under here. See if I can let you guys see it. There's your bolt, and there's gonna be a nut on the top. So you have 1, 2, 3. There's the nut right there on top. And the hardest one of the Humvee, excuse how dirty this thing is. I just pulled it out of the shed for real. It's up underneath there. You got to crawl up under. And this driver's side front is the bear. It's going to take 2 people. And unfortunately, I don't have 2 people here today. But I think I can manage this. I'll devise something. Adapt and overcome. Your 4th one's going to be under here, passenger side. And there's your 5th. Nut on top, bolt, and then your 6 is where we started from. So I just went around. So 3 on the driver's side, 3 on the passenger side. And then you just need 2 blocks for the hood. And you would put those 2 blocks right here. So you'll have to take the hood off, unbolt this, lift this bracket up, and put your block underneath here. So I've been out of town for about a week. Hadn't done any work on the Humvee. It's tough. We still got a life and full-time job and all this stuff. I wish I could just do YouTube full-time. I really do. This is like my passion, my hobby. I love it. I just wish I had more of me to help this thing along and move it, make it faster for you guys and get more content out. I try to put out at least 1 video a week, usually around the weekend. I try, but sometimes that doesn't always happen just because of life. But let's see if we can do this Humvee, man. I know people have been asking about this for months and months and months and months, wanting to know, are you gonna lift a Humvee? This was way back after I finished this one. People were asking, and people are still asking. So this morning, I yanked this body mount out right here in the tan Humvee, and this is the bolt that came out. Luckily Ace had, like I said, that's the place to go if you want to buy these and you buy grade 8. The bolts are $5 a piece for the new ones, and they're exactly 2 inches longer. But they only had 7 of them, so you need 6 to do a Humvee. I'm going to go back next week and get the other 5. Oh yeah, and by the way, it was a bear. Like I said, everything on this thing that was steel was rusted. It was rusted. I had to use my favorite tool, the flipping 5-inch steel pipe, just to get that off. What you think, Noah? You want it lifted? Huh? No comment. All right, guys. So I had to go to Harbor Freight. 15/16. It's a big wrench, but hey, that's what fits the body, nuts, or bolts on the Humvees. Let's go. It's way easier doing this Humvee because I don't have to worry about that rear bumper. So that rear bumper is definitely in the way. So these D-rings are in the way. I got the pin out. This was terrible. These things are huge. Let's check it out. So right here's where the pin went. And you have to remove this so you can get access to this. It's out. Now we can access it. Got it out. Man, it still has the protective coating over the washer. It's insane. This bolt is in much better shape than those other ones were. So there is body bolt or body mount number 1. It is so unbelievably hot. Anyways, so I got the back 2 off. Now we're gonna move to these middle, I guess the middle area. So this one on this side right here, and then on the driver's side, we're gonna do the same ones right here and go ahead and release those. I'm not going to release the front. I'm gonna keep those bolted down. So I might loosen them a little bit, but I wanna keep the body straight. So what I'm gonna do, loosen the front, and then I'll go ahead and jack up the back end of the body itself. Go ahead and put my pucks in place in the middle and the back here and go ahead and set this back down, or at least get the bolts started. That way I can set the body will be down evenly. I don't want to take all 6 off and have it crooked going on there. I learned that with the Jeep. I sure did. But that's the plan. Let's go. It's like 94 degrees out here. It's just stupid hot. All right, let's get our 15/16. On to the next. All right, guys, I got it out. This spacer right here, this goes on the bottom, just like that. You can even see the paint ring right here. So this is how it goes. There's a rubber bushing, then there's the actual frame, and then there's gonna be a rubber bushing on top, and then the body, okay? It's kind of how the order it goes in. So just set this off to the side because we will reuse that on the bottom. And this is bolt number 4 out. 2 more and she's off, but right now we're gonna go ahead, loosen the fronts just a little bit, which easier said than done, so we're saving the hardest one for last. So these in the middle, these are definitely the easiest ones that you're gonna do. They're easier than the back only because I had to remove those D-rings and they were kind of a pain to remove the D-rings. These came right out. Up front, it's gonna be a bear, but hey, it's hot as hell and might as well, I don't know, I'm getting delirious. It's freaking crazy, but let's go. All right, guys, so I'm in the passenger front, and there you go. This one's not that bad. So you can tell I'm just right here's the side, come right in, and there you go. Let's see. It's right there. I'm actually questioning this whole thing now. Right. Sorry guys, I'm trying to show you. Right there in the back. So the one behind it. Not that rusty exhaust bolt, but the one behind it. That is the nut. All right guys, here's my setup. I was unable to use the regular wrench because there's a lip right here, you can't tell. So I just got an adapter, threw it on the regular ratchet here, and it's gonna hold it against the wall over here, or the other side, whatever it's, which way it's spinning. And then I'm gonna just put my breaker bar on here and go to town. Okay guys, this is how you're gonna grab that nut on this side. You're gonna come in from the exhaust side. So I was really wanting to get this thing done before wing night tonight. I really wanted to take it to wing night, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. The front is a bear. That's no joke. It's just in a tight spot. And it's gonna take some finagling to get that thing out. Guys, this is amazing. So you gotta think outside the box, and maybe I was like, you know, why would they put this in this particular area? So here's my wrench, right? It's on the bottom of the nut. So right up top, you can see, yeah, there you go. You can see my ratchet right there, right? Look at this. There's a hole where you can fit your arm through and come over here and grab the ratchet. This is unbelievable. Like, in general, if you truly did this for your hand or your arm to fit through, and it's nice and wide, that's amazing. Because guess what? You cannot do this from the top. You can't do it from the doghouse, and you can't do it from the top. So I saw online, everybody said they did it from the top. That's a lie. It's impossible. This is how you do it. This is how we do it. All right, guys, I got the thing loose on the driver's side. Yes, and you do everything from underneath. Just like I just showed you, everything underneath, it loosens up. It's very slow. You only get like 2 clicks out of the ratchet and then you're gonna come back. So it takes a while, but everything's loose. The front two are still connected, so the body will not shift. So cross our fingers on that one. Let's go ahead and lift this sucker. Just get it in the air, throw these pucks under there and let it do what it's gonna do. There's my pucks, holes drilled in them, new hardware. Hey Nola, what's up? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The last time it's gonna look that low. Are you ready to do some sketchy stuff? Let me check real quick everything, make sure everything's good, no wires are pulling. Everything looks good right now. I don't see the harness being pulled or anything like that. That one's in, just no nut on top yet. Look how jacked up that is. That's insane. How much? 2 inches, and those pucks are exactly 1 inch. So there's 2 pucks. Yeah, look how good that looks. I mean, I haven't set it down on it yet, but they look freaking great. They look like these cheap lift kits that, I mean, I don't understand. I know people buy it for a Humvee or a Hummer, and they just jack up the prices. But at the end of the day, it's just a piece of rubber. But check that out. You'll have to excuse my step stool. Oh yeah. All right guys, so what I did is go ahead and just start the nuts on these back 2 right here. So now the body's square. So what we're gonna do next is go ahead and remove the front 2 completely. Go ahead and drop those down. That way there's no bowing or bending or anything like that. And then we'll move from there. We'll probably jack it up from the front, and that way it'll just level out the Humvee upwards to match the rear. Let's go. Last 2, passenger front, driver front. Let's go. It's loose. We're gonna start out with the passenger side first. Let's go ahead and get it in the air. Okay guys, I got the front, the bolt is started. Now right here, I'm gonna have to jack up the, I guess you'd say right here in this seat. And I'm doing it right here where these poles meet. I guess, hang on. Anywhere you see like a strong point. Up there it was easy because it had like a cross member bar that went across. But I guess we'll just put it right here on this edge. Here we go. All right guys, so I'm gonna change tactics here. Even though I got the bumpers underneath the back there, I'm gonna go ahead and lift the front first, go ahead and get those spacers since I already got the passenger side done. I'm gonna go ahead and do the driver's side and then I'm gonna work my way backwards because these are having a tough time. Yeah, you can see me, you can see it separating right there a little bit, so I just need to jack that up. So here we go. Okay guys, so I was able to get the driver front on. It is a pain. These stories are true, but it is doable. You can do this. It's not that difficult. So I had the fronts and I had the rears on. I got to jack up the center here. You can see that body gap will come together right there. So let's do that and we'll be good to go to tighten this thing down. Here we go. 1, 2. They slide right in, boys. All right, I got the bolt in there, but I just need to get the nut on top of it, but I gotta lower it down. And would you look at that? That's a beautiful thing. One more set of bushings and these things are done. Other than the hood, And dude, I'll go drop this thing without a hood. I don't care. Okay, let's lift up right here. All right, I took them both out. 1, 2. Man, I can't be happier, guys. All right, let me go run the bolt. Be right back. So let me take you guys on a walk around, especially from the side. Dude, this thing's a beast. Like, I'm telling you right now, when you're in it or around it, it definitely looks like it lifted it more than 2 inches. What's this stupid basketball going in the way? So you can see, look how slanted the hood is because it's it's not lifted yet. So this thing is a daggone monster now. And by the way, I'm gonna have no trouble with these 40s. So you can see in here from before where they rubbed. And it only rubbed when I turn it all the way left, all the way right. Dude, they're not going anywhere now. They're gonna be completely fine. They're not gonna hit that. Same with this side. You can see where it rubbed in there. So, I mean, you do got some rubbing when you don't lift it and you put 40s on. So, but this is 2 inches and it's drastic. I know you probably can't tell in the video how much this hood is slanted right now. But once this thing gets some 2-inch blocks right here, right there, and right there, boom. It'll be sitting right back pretty, just like it was. And I can't express it again, guys. This thing really, it changed the stance of this thing dramatically. Like, just being able to jump in these seats, like, this is above my waist from where the driver's seat is. That's crazy. All right, I'm cleaning up. That's gonna be a wrap. Still made it to wing night. Let's go. All right, guys, it is the next day. And unfortunately, I did not take it to wing night because I pulled it like 5 feet. Started moving and I heard this god awful sound. And I'm like, something's obvious. I missed something in there. So stopped the vehicle, or I backed it up, put it back where it was, and got out and just started looking around. And I did a little bit more research online, and this is what I came up with. All right, guys, first things first, I did lift the hood, got the 2-inch brackets, and I just made these out of wood because I'm still waiting to find this part online and I can't find it like by itself. They'll sell it with the kit all day, but I was like, well, in the meantime, for one, the hood's just fiberglass. It's not like it's holding weight. And so, I mean, a block of wood would be just fine. But for now, that's gonna do perfect. All I did was get a 2x4, and it is 4 inches wide, 2 inches tall, of course, and the 1.5 inch width that a normal 2x4 is. So yeah, it was really easy. I just went and bought some stainless steel bolts, and I mean, bolted right up. New washers and everything around there. So that turned out really, really good. So here's the issues with the truck itself. Issue number one, and probably the biggest issue, is the gas tank. So this is what I did right here. I just went and got some longer bolts, grade 8, and I got these from O'Reilly. So you release the strap, and I just released it down, because right here, the gas tank has like a cutout that goes all the way back through here, where the drive shaft, where, you know, it sits inside here. So this was rubbing right here. You can see exactly where it was rubbing, and it sounded awful. So as soon as I got underneath here, I just had my buddy just throw it in neutral with it off, and I just kind of laid under here and just moved it a few feet, and I was like, oh, there it is. So there you go. So all I did was get some longer bolts here, and this is going to be a temporary thing until I can figure out this strap situation. I saw somebody online that kind of moved the whole straps around and bent them and all that. I mean, the best way to do this strap would be to cut it and weld in, you know, 2 inches to it per strap. But I don't know, there's got to be a part out there somewhere that cross-references this. I tried to find one at O'Reilly, like for a Silverado that was lifted, and I just couldn't find anything. So for now, it is cleared, but I do want to do this properly, but this will definitely get you down the road. But the tank is loose. I mean, it's not loose a bunch. I mean, I can move on it. I can actually push it over some. And I saw some people online that actually took zip ties, zip tied it around this frame rail right here, and just went around it and cinched it down tight and pulled it more towards that side of the truck. So this was big time issue right here. So we got that at least temporarily fixed while I figure out this strap thing. I'm just going to do some more research online for sure. Now, if you're going larger than a 2 inch, you're going to have to change all this stuff. But fortunately, I'm not. Just the 2 inch, you don't have to do that. So I was reading, right here is your heater core hoses, which this, I mean, could be replaced anyway. It just looks like crap. But right here, usually it binds, but back here it's got plenty of looseness there, so that's fine. Also, these coolant lines up here you want to check, and the main one that always pulls out is that coolant line right here. It goes to the Y pipe down there. So if you're going 3 inches or more, that will come out on you. Mine is perfectly fine. I went down there, there's even a little slack, but I guarantee you another inch, you're going to start having real issues. And if you go 4 inches, yep, might as well go ahead and plan on getting some new hoses. So the heater core hoses are good with 2 inches. The bottom from the tank reservoir down to the Y pipe is good with 2 inches. We have the shift linkages. They seem fine. I went down there and played around. They still got a little bit of play in them. They're not tight yet, so that's a good sign. However, this is the second biggest issue that you're gonna have, and it's right here. You can't see it yet because this rubber boot is covered in truck bed liner. So I'm gonna order one from Hummer Parts Guy and go ahead and remove this. And on the inside, it's really close down here to the actual metal of the Humvee. So the shaft kind of changed angles, you know? So the best thing to do is probably get a Dremel and just cut out, I mean, well, it's even under this mat. You're just gonna have to cut out like maybe 1/2 inch, just a little bit right here, because you can hear it. When I turn the steering wheel, I'm like, what is that noise? So that's what it is. It's the steering shaft, and you do need to make a little slight notch in the Humvee itself, you know, with the Dremel, and you'll be just fine. So really, in my situation with the 2 inch body lift, the only thing I had trouble getting, well, I'm gonna have to have trouble doing, is the steering column and the gas tank. And I got them both temporary. I mean, I'm not gonna drive it till I fix the steering, but everything else is just fine. Yeah, guys, so if you're going over 2 inches, you're definitely gonna have to change out a whole lot of hoses and a whole lot of things. on the Humvee, and including the steering column. You know, I don't know if you have to change it out, but you're going to do some serious modification. Other one I'm going to have to do. So with the 2-inch, it's really not that bad. I mean, I got a couple odds and end things. Got to fix that gas tank and got to fix that steering column, and that's pretty much it. And the gas tank's fine, just how it is right now, just for temporarily running it down the road if I want. I'm gonna get on that thing tomorrow and just make that little notch in the steering, where the steering column goes in, and I'll be able to drive it. So if you guys know of anything or anybody that's done the straps on the Humvee with a lift, please drop your comments down below. Let me know, or if I can pick some of those up. I'm sure that part cross references another part for another truck. I'm sure of it. So let me know, guys. Again, I hope this helps someone's out. So I'm in this entire lift probably right at $100. No joke, $100. You can't beat it, 2-inch lift. Hey, I did go ahead and paint these black while I had them out, and they turned out pretty good, I have to say. So cool. Hey, don't beat me up too bad on this, guys. It's I know it's not a true lift kit, but I mean, the hockey pucks have been in the 4-wheel drive world for decades. We'll give it a shot. The only thing I do is let you know in about a year, see what's happened with it. One more thing, guys, right here. So this is where your brake booster is mounted to. You can't even really tell right there. So there's a small bracket. You have to release this. I didn't, and I caught it early, because what it does, it starts cracking this plastic piece right here. You can actually see the paint started chipping right there where it was flexing so hard. So no big deal. Just take this bolt out right here. You know, it's right below the washer tank right here. And I just moved it up about, I don't know, 1.5 inches. I just drilled a new hole and put the same bolt right back in there. So there you go. I totally forgot about that, and that is a very important piece. All right, guys, that's going to be a wrap for today's video. This is pretty amazing. So I lifted a Humvee for $72. Other than the hood. So just go find a little, you know what I think fits it? Jeep Cherokees, that little block. I haven't bought one yet to know, but I was looking online, and those Jeep Cherokee body mounts, the blocks, I think they'll fit the hood. We'll see, I'll try that out. So either way, I'm gonna be in this whole lift, 2-inch lift, for under $100. But guys, love all this love and support you're giving me on this channel. I want this thing to grow. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. This will definitely help some of you guys out. Extremely cheap, and it looks awesome. And you can squeeze those 40s in and beast on down that road. Until next time, guys, we'll see you later.